Riding with Rigs of Death Metal, here with Sammy Duet of Goatwhore. Sammy, what's going on, man?
Just hanging out at the Loud.
Yeah. All right, we're going to do a little rig rundown for everybody. Sammy, you want to try to walk us through here?
All right, so the main source, of course, would be the Michael W. Klein 100-watt head that we have yet to name.
Oh, yeah? Any ideas or secret?
We're still kind of tossing ideas around, but here it is. The cat's finally out of the bag.
What's kind of the general idea behind it?
We wanted to take like a JCM 800 or a JMP, like 2-input, and mesh it with a Randall.
Okay.
And that's basically what we come up with. But there's all kind of cool stuff you can do with it. And we just added this switch because with the gain running straight in, it's like you almost have to use like a boost to get the teeth out of it because it's like an 800 or a Randall. It's kind of dull, like gain structure. But this switch right here alleviates that. So when you flip this on, you don't really have to use a boost switch. Okay. So anybody buys an amp that doesn't have like a overdrive or whatever, plug straight in will get kind of bummed because it's real loose. It's because it's based off of an old Marshall and an old Randall. But we added this to alleviate that problem for people that don't use boost pedals.
Yeah. So I'm just kind of gaining it or checking out some of the settings here, like the high and low treble control, sweep.
Yeah, this is like. It's kind of like, this one would be more like the Marshall high end, and this one would be more like the Randall treble.
Sure.
Treble knob, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So we wanted to get the best of both worlds because I like both of them. So we kind of added that in there. He figured out how to do it, to have the Randall treble. Because the Randall treble knob, it does this weird thing to where it almost like boosts like the mids in a weird way.
Yeah.
And then the Marshall one is like, there's that classic Marshall treble sound. So we put both of them in there, and it works.
Yeah. I heard a little bit of it there at sound check, which I'll post a teaser clip at the beginning of this, but it sounded awesome in the room. I could probably... I've kind of poked and prodded at Michael a little bit. Any idea of when they're actually going to start shipping these out?
Very soon. I saw that the head shells were just being finished by Rob at Arachnid Cabinets. So Mike wanted to make sure that was done before, because it's not going to take him long to build an amp.
Right.
Like he's got all the pieces and everything at home, so he just wanted to wait till he had the head shells, and as soon as he gets the head shells in his possession, he's just going to bust out amps, and they're going to be ready, which I'm assuming probably, if not by the end of this year, the beginning of next year.
Killer.
So it's very, very close to coming out.
And what kind of tubes are we running?
I have JJ6 CA7s in there.
Okay.
Because we went through the KT77s, we went through EL34s, and that's kind of what we wanted to base the amp around. You know, kind of like a Marshall power section. We didn't want to mess with like the 6L6s and all that stuff, you know. But I mean, you could use them, but we didn't really design the amp around there because you could basically put any power tube you want in here and bias it, because there's a thing you could bias it yourself on the back.
Nice.
So all you have to do is ask Mr. Michael Klein what tubes you want in it or what tubes you want to put in it, and he'll probably tell you what voltage you need to bias it at.
Hell yeah. And I see the quilter up here. Is this just kind of for a backup or splitting?
That's actually going over to the Marshall cabinets on the other side of the stage just to fill out the whole stage.
We're just kind of slaving over this.
There's like a slave output on the back with a volume control, and basically I'm just running into the effects return and using this as a power amp.
Gotcha. And
there's this other little secret that Kirk Ballou taught me about these things, to where there's a dummy plug.
Okay.
So if you put the dummy plug in the SIN, so it's like gets louder.
Okay.
I don't know how, some kind of design flaw possibly or anything, but it works perfectly like this.
Kind of reminds me of like the old FX Loop master volume trip with like the old dual rectifiers and stuff.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just, basically I'm just using this as power to power those cabinets on the other side of the stage.
Well, speaking of cabinets, that'll be a good segue to going into your signature cabs with Arachnid.
Yeah. These are slightly oversized, and I've Eminence DV77s in them.
Okay.
Which I find complement this head really fucking well.
Nice.
Because when I got this head, I tried so many cabinets and different speakers and all that stuff just to make sure the amp sounded good through everything.
Yeah.
You know, but I like DV77s personally, but I've tried this amp through vintage 30s, the stock Marshall speakers, what are those, the 75, GT 75s, whatever they are.
Yeah.
I tried this amp through a fuckload of cabinets and it sounded great through all of them.
Hell yeah. What's in the Marshall cabs across the way there?
These are like vintage JCM 800 cabinets, and those are the stock speakers that came with them.
Nice. Hell yeah. Well, let's. We can either go guitars or pedal board.
It's up to you.
All right. Well, since we're so close by, let's check out some of the. I see the red crackle.
Here it is. Finally.
Awesome.
After 17 million years, I finally got it. Yeah. This is actually the first custom shop SD2.
Wow.
Because all the other ones, the only ones that we did,
Yep.
we did the SD1s for all the other ones, and we only did the SD2s and the LTD versions.
Right.
So this is the first one that they actually made an official custom shop ESP SD2.
I love all the red anodized hardware kind of mixed in here.
I had to do it with the red crackle.
Sure.
It was like it was a no-brainer. You know what I'm saying?
Is it a futon or?
Yes, this is all FU tone parts.
FU-tone?
Yes, absolutely. The whole thing with the big brass block and all that stuff.
Awesome.
And I think this is Axe Labs.
Okay.
Claw. That's like this super over-engineered, massive claw that it kind of locks the springs in. Mm-hmm. And it's just this huge chunk of brass. Damn. I don't know how much of a difference it makes. It makes me feel better.
Right. Yeah.
But, yeah, it's just completely decked out.
That's killer. Man. We'll add in B-roll shots and everything, but it's a gorgeous guitar.
Yeah, it came out way better because, I mean, if you look in certain lights, like that green light is kind of hitting it. It's kind of turning a different color to where if you go into the actual white light, you could actually see the red crackle pop out.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like a pearl black. It's not like a straight black.
Oh, okay.
So when at different lights, it reacts differently.
Sure. Awesome. And is that still the Duncan Blackout metal?
The ABS AHB2, yes.
Awesome. Standard. Kind of a standard go-to for you.
I mean, I've been playing it for so long, and I've been trying so many different pickups, and I'm like, I want to go back to passive and blah, 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 blah. But I can't find anything that comes close to this, you know?
Sure.
Because it's just an ugly fucking pickup. You know, it just sounds nasty.
Whatever works. Yeah.
Yeah, we got this, and then we got an SD1, actually, that I brought out with me. Because I never got a chance to really play these. So I figured I'd bring one out and see what happens.
Yeah.
Because right when the SD2 came out is when we started touring heavily again. Mm-hmm. And I didn't really do many shows with the SD1s. I think I maybe did Cycle Las Vegas with an SD1, and that was like a one-off show. Yeah, I figured I'd bring an SD1 out and see what happens because I've never really got to fuck with them, you know?
Right. Out of curiosity, which, by the way, just at a glance, looked like they're pretty spec-wise, pretty damn close to some of the more expensive counterparts from what I've seen.
These guitars are fucking awesome for the price.
Yeah.
And between the SD1 and the SD2, the only difference is that little cutout.
Sure.
And the logo is different on it as well. But as far as if you put a blindfold on me and put this guitar and my SD2 in my hands, the LTD version, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
Yeah. Have you got to gig with the SD2s very much, or?
Yeah, I have one at home, but like I said, I wanted to bring this one out and see what happened. But yeah, I have an SD2 that I've been playing the shit out of until I got that red crackle beauty.
Nice.
Yeah, I played a shitload of shows with the SD2s, and they're bulletproof, you know?
Killer. Well, there's a good endorsement for those.
Yeah.
Let's make our way over here to the pedal board.
So yes, this This is a Temple boards, pedal board. And what I like about these boards is you could bolt the pedals down. Mm-hmm. It's not like held on by Velcro. It's like these things with like this glue. And you just put the adapter on the bottom and just bolt the whole damn thing down and it never moves.
Nice.
But I've got the Shure, it's just a GLX 16 Plus. It's a newer one that has the input. Because the other one didn't have the input, so if something went down, you couldn't use the tuner. So if like the wireless pack goes down, you just stick a cord here and you could still use the tuner.
Nice.
Which was a great feature on these things, where the old ones weren't like that. And of course, going into that, we have the old trusty Michael W. Klein Divic. And then we have, what's this? This is a Morley Wah. I think it's like the high gain one.
Oh, like maybe the Powerwall? Maybe?
I don't remember. It sounds really good.
Yeah.
It's all I know. But what I like about it is you just step on it and it automatically turns on.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you don't have to click a switch or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? To where before sometimes you just kind of miss the fucking switch because you got to step so damn hard on it sometimes. Right. And the thing's great. Then what we have, and that all kind of goes into the Michael W. Klein ball gag. And I have that run in the loop and in the front. So basically like the 4-cable method. And in the effects loop, I have this called the Blood Ritual by Michael Klein. Essentially, this is a delay, and this is a chorus.
Okay.
So it sounds basically like George Lynch Glory Days solo sound, which I love that tone,
Hell yeah.
And then the stull, Michael Klein stull, which is like a modulated reverb, like those weird, big kind of atmospheric kind of parts. And that's about it.
I say I've had Michael build me a couple things, a ball gag included. It's the best noise gate I've ever used.
I've never had any issues with it at all. The only thing that I keep bitching him about is making it smaller.
It would be nice.
Yeah, he's trying to figure it out right now. But he's like, man, why are you fucking bugging me with this? I'm like, I need it smaller, man.
That's awesome. What kind of picks you use? And just because I'm sure picks, strings, all the little nitty gritty details people love.
I am using Dunlop. I forget the gauge. It's the black sharps.
Yeah.
It's the same gauge as the black ones. I think
Okay.
like 1.36 or something like that. They're
up there.
They're the step above like the super, super thick ones. Like the white ones are the thickest ones. The black ones are a step down. So I'm pretty sure it's a 1.36 if I'm not mistaken, but I probably am.
I should know because I think I bought some off of your recommendation before, and I can't remember the gauge either.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's above a millimeter. I remember that much.
It's the big thick black ones.
Right.
But as far as strings, I'm using Diodario NYXL's 60 to 12s.
Okay, and that'd be C standard, right?
Yes, C standard tuning.
For everything. Well, I think we've pretty much covered everything here. Sammy, I want to thank you again for your time.
Thank you for coming out and doing this. It's always fun to talk about gear and stuff.
Absolutely. It's why we started this.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, they're out on tour right now with Withered, and it's going to be a killer show. And all this sounds amazing. So, see you guys.